Hey guys, in today's video we're checking out an updated version of the microphone that I use in all of my videos. This is the brand new Shure SM7db. I normally use this one, which is very similar. This is the SM7B, this is the DB, and this has a special update with it, is that it has a built-in preamp with it, so you don't need to get something extra like the cloud lifter or something similar, which was basically required in order to use this one. This is the main microphone I use in basically all of my videos. It's also my go-to microphone that I use for recording vocals, acoustic guitar, violin, basically anything that needs to be mic'd up. I mean, there's not really a use this mic for everything, but at the same time, I use this mic for pretty much everything. So we're gonna go over it, the specs, what's new about it, compare it to the old model, and see if this is something that you can be interested in. Long story short, I love this mic and I definitely recommend it if you are looking for a professional microphone. I mean, you see these used all the time. How many podcasts especially do you see where people use this one? It's such a great microphone, and there's a reason that so many people use it. I do want to say many thanks to Sweetwater for sending this over to check out for the channel. While Sweetwater did send this over for review for the channel, all the opinions in this video are my own. I have loved this mic for a very long time, and the update is even better, and it actually does save you money to go with the newer model versus the older model, and I'll go over that here in a little bit. If you do decide to purchase this for yourself, there will be purchase links to purchase from Sweetwater down below. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more music gear tutorials and reviews like this in the future, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's the microphone right here. It is pretty easy to set up, but I'll walk you through it just in case if you're not familiar with it. So this part that is attached to it will swivel like this so you can angle the mic in whichever way you want, and you do attach a mic stand to this part right here. So it kind of ends up looking like this. And it's really nice because then the part where the XLR plugs in runs down the mic stand. So it makes it really nice and clean. One of my favorite designs about this. And then you can see you can tilt the mic up or down. So you're going to plug the microphone into your audio interface, and it does require 48 volts of phantom power. I'd say 95% of audio interfaces have that as an option, but in case if you don't, for some reason, have phantom power, I did review a product that is a battery-powered way to provide phantom power. Check that out if you need one. On the back here, you have a few controls, so you can turn off the preamp if you want. You could set this to bypass if you don't want the preamp, but I do want the preamp. That's the main reason why I really like this new one. And then you can set it to either plus 18 or plus 28. I found that plus 28 gets it to where I want it to be. And then also you do have a few switches right here. So you just flip these switches and you can either set a high pass to cut out some of the low end, which I do for my voiceover stuff especially. And you do get this presence boost right here if you want a little bit more mids. I personally just leave that off, but you do get that as an option, which is really nice. You do get two other things in the box. You do get this adapter if you do need a different adapter for a microphone stand or something like that. And you do also get this foam piece if you want even more protection from like keys and pops and stuff like that. I personally like the other one, but you do have that as an option. You can take this piece off pretty easily. This is what the microphone looks like underneath in case if you are curious. And then you attach the foam piece right here on the top. You'll see some people use that one. I personally just like this one. It looks nicer too, and it does a good job in my opinion. So this is the older model. This is the one that does not have the preamp in it. It looks pretty similar. And one of the biggest improvements that I like is how to change that EQ setting in the back. With this one, you have to like get a little pin or something small in order to flip the switches in here. It's kind of a pain to do. It's definitely a much nicer design on the newer one. So that's definitely a huge plus in my opinion. That's basically it. It's a pretty easy setup and it works great. Specs really quick. This is an active dynamic microphone with the cardioid bowler pattern. The frequency response is from 50 Hz up to 20 kHz. It does require 48 volts of phantom power, and the sensitivity can be set from -31 to -41 to -59. If you're interested in anything else, go ahead and pause the screen now. As far as price, it's listed at $499. Again, you can find purchase links down below. And this actually does save you money because the original SM7B was about $400, but normally you have to get it with the cloud lifter in order to get full use out of it. And the cloud lifter is $150. So it's actually $50 less to get this newer model and to not have to get the cloud lifter with it. And it's much easier to set up and it sounds great. I think it's definitely a no-brainer to go with the SM7db in my opinion. Again, purchase links to purchase from Sweetwater will be down below in the description. Okay, but how does it sound? You've heard it this entire time. How does it sound? To me, it sounds great. I mean, I love this microphone. Here are some demos of just me recording acoustic guitar. Some of it will be dry. I personally don't like listening to something just dry. I want to hear it in a mix, but I know some of you like to hear that, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a mixture of both. Just my 2 cents. I do personally just say listen to how it sounds in a mix, because that's the most important thing. But here's a couple of tone tests for you.
Time and again, point A to point B, a path that is built one stone at a time. Sing it again, an empty nursery rhyme. Revise, reverse in a tireless breath. Reset it back with a sing it again, an empty nursery rhyme.
And here's some of me recording on mandolin. So this is also one of the best vocal mics out there. Basically, any dialogue or singing that I've done, I've recorded on this microphone, or at least the older model, but again, very, very similar. And I'm going to address the comparison here in a minute. The thing is I am a D+ singer on my best days. So I asked my friend and fellow YouTuber Asha Blaine to record some vocals for it on this microphone. So here are some snippets of what she did with this mic.
We better talk, girl, before it gets too late. I never ever thought you could be so kind. Won't you lay it on the line? All over again. You turn a lover into just another friend. I wanna love you. I wanna make you mine. Won't you lay it on the line? Lay it on the line.
So you can check out the full cover on her channel. She's such a killer vocalist. Definitely go check her out. And I'll link to that up above and down below if you want to check it out for yourself. And again, I normally am against listening to something dry because we never, ever basically just plug something in and use no compression or EQ or reverb or something like that. The dry vocals still sound killer.
Lay it on the line. Don't waste my time. I wanna love you. I wanna make you mine. Won't you lay it on the line? Lay it on the line. Lay it on the line.
Again, be sure to check out her channel. Thank you again, Asha, for doing that and not making me do another Johnny Cash song on this incredible microphone, because that's basically the only thing I can sing. Okay, since we're talking about tone, how does it sound compared to the old one? I am going to actually go over a comparison of this, and that might surprise you if you've seen my channel before. I personally dislike doing A-B comparisons. To me, my tone philosophy has always been, does it sound good? If so, I'm going to use it. If I can get a usable tone out of it, and it sounds good, I'm going to use it. I am working on a video about my tone philosophy, so don't forget to subscribe so you can see that video when it comes out in the future. So while I'm usually against doing tone comparisons on my channel, I know that people are going to click the dislike button and leave the video if I don't do at least a tone comparison with the old one versus the new one. So I am going to do that. However, I'm not going to do just here's how this one sounds, here's how this one sounds. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I've actually already done the tone comparison in this video. All of the talking head stuff of me talking to the camera, that was all shot on the new microphone. Anything else where I wasn't on camera, what I did is I filmed all of that without any dialogue, and then I recorded 2 different takes. I recorded one on the new microphone, the DB one, and I recorded another one on the regular older one. And what I did is I switched between them, and I didn't tell you when. So what I would say is when you are watching the part where the microphone was on my table and I was going over it, or in the parts about specs and price, did you go at some point, oh, what happened to the microphone? Did it change? What happened? Why did the audio change? If you heard that, then maybe you can hear a difference between these two. If you did not hear that, I think that speaks volumes about how it basically sounds almost the same as the old one. If there are minor differences, your ear didn't even catch it. It's one of the things I don't like about tone comparisons. You sit there and you're watching and you go, oh, it switched. Yep, I heard it. The 1K sounds brighter. I think your ear plays tricks on us when we're expecting it to happen, and it's more important to do a blind tone test. If you truly did hear a difference, then you can check down in the description and I will leave the timestamps of when I switched from the new one to the old one. But in my opinion, if you did not hear a difference, that means that they sound basically the same, which is what I wanted. I love this microphone. And now I have the convenience of not having to get a preamp or something like that and actually save a little bit of money. So I definitely recommend this microphone. Now, having said all of that, something interesting, I was editing a different video. My wife came in, she goes, "Is that your new microphone?" She goes, "Oh, it sounds great." And she said, "It sounded like you were actually recording like I am right now, not editing." But she was like, "Oh, your new mic sounds really good." So in her opinion, it sounded better. Because what I liked about that is it wasn't, I'm going to sit down and really compare the two and really pay attention. It was as you were casually listening, oh, something sounded better. That's personally the way I like to do tone tests, so I figured I would include that in the video. So anyway, I love this microphone. I really think it's fantastic. This is my go-to microphone for basically everything. I use it in my YouTube videos as well as for my recordings when I'm recording music. This is my go-to microphone. It's a fantastic mic. And if you do want to check it out for yourself, there are purchase links to purchase from Sweetwater down below in the description. So that's basically it. If you guys found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. It is a free way to support the channel and feed the YouTube algorithm gods, and I would appreciate it. Thank you again to Sweetwater for sending this over to check out. And then just FYI, there was another video that I released recently on some wireless studio headphones. And in that video, I recorded all the talking head stuff on this microphone, but I filmed all the stuff on the table before this microphone showed up, so I used the old microphone on that one. You can go check out that video if you do truly want to hear a tone comparison. So 2 other videos of mine to check out. I did just release a comprehensive guide to buying wireless. That's wireless microphones, in-ear monitors, and or for instruments like guitar, bass, and stuff like that. It's a comprehensive guide going from cheap to the most expensive, and so you can see which one is right for you. And also I did release a video on a wireless PA system that Sweetwater was also kind enough to send over that's been working really well as well. You can check out both of those videos by clicking the links on your screen now. Thank you guys again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, many thanks to Asha for helping me out with this video. Don't forget to check out her YouTube channel. If you guys have any other cool gear you want me to check out, please leave them as a comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at ScottYuleMusic. Thank you guys again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.